down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
What's going on, Savvy investors? It is Friday. Fabulous. It is because it's a Friday. I don't know how Fabulous Friday came about, but we're talking about deals. And anyway, I am continuing on or finishing a deal that I covered back on episode 324. So if you haven't listened to episode 324, that's only about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Stop what you're doing. Go back, search for 324. Anyway, well, I'll recap real fast. Anyway, some random guy got my name and email from a friend, and they contacted me, this wholesaler, and I put on that episode, just to be clear, I thought he was from North Carolina because I talked to him, but he's actually from California. And here's the interesting thing. Oh, yes, I did talk to him one time on the phone, but after we negotiated and the contract was signed. So if you didn't listen to the episode 324, I'll go over it real fast. I went over, you should listen to 324 because I go play by play, email by email, how I got the deal. And so here's some things that I learned. First of all, I knew the guy didn't know exactly what he was doing. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful because he may listen to this episode, but he seemed relatively new at the game. Nothing good, nothing bad with that. But what I did do is, when I signed the contract, you got to do this with a wholesaler. You're signing a contract that you need to see. What do you mean? Well, this is how it works with a wholesaler. The wholesaler, his job is that he goes in there, negotiates a deal. So someone's house is worth $100,000 for kicks and giggles. He goes in there, negotiates the deal down to $50,000. He adds $10,000 of an assignment fee to him. That means $60,000 to me, the end buyer, aka investor. So let's go through it again. You got the wholesaler. He finds the deal. He locks up the deal, and then he assigns the deal to a real estate investor. And that's you, or you may be a wholesaler listening to that. And that's how the process works. So nothing right or wrong. You can be a wholesaler. A lot of people come and go in real estate very quickly through wholesaling because there's no barrier of entry, meaning any Yahoo off the street corner, no disrespect, can jump in and say, hey, I'm in real estate. Hey, I wholesale. Hey, you have no deals. Hey, you overprice them. Hey, you're real greedy real fast. Hey, the end buyer, me, the real estate investor, takes all the risk. Hey, you have no risk. Hey, so there's my love for the wholesalers. Hey, but don't worry, I still got love for you guys because I do respect wholesalers because you're out grinding it out every day, all day. And there's nothing wrong about making money. There's nothing wrong about adding on your fee. So I love paying assignment fee. I have paid $10,000. A friend of mine, my homie, he heard it on the episode a long time ago, Tyler Winrick, made 50 G's on an assignment. Now, that was a $1 million deal, and he got paid handsomely for that. And so it's possible to be a wholesaler. So that's enough of the wholesaler deal. So this guy contacts me, tells me about a couple houses. And here's the couple of things that I learned. Number one, you need to look at the original contract because when that gentleman, that wholesaler or female, signs over the contract to you, you are bound to that contract. For example, if that wholesaler, which there's some wholesalers out there, say, hey, to give me a deal, I'll pay all your closing. Well, he's just passing that fee, those closing fees, over to you, the end buyer, the investor. So make sure that you are aware of that on the front end. Every deal that I calculate, I always calculate new locks, bing, bing, and closing costs. So if I buy a deal for, say, $38,000, I know that I probably have at least $1,500 in closing, drama, and probably a couple $100 in lock. So right there, that's how I wrap up my deal, $40,000. So let's stay focused here on this deal. This guy contacts me back and forth, and I get it under contract, and everything's grand. Well, I was a little kind of frustrated because this smart real estate wholesaler got it under contract for $32,000. Wow. I thought I was somebody, and I got it from him. I've been negotiating. He tried to sell it to me. I can't remember from the first podcast, 40 something, 44, 42, ta-da. Well, I ran the numbers forwards and backwards, and my offer was 38.5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I did pull an appraisal, and it came back at $67,000. Bang, bang, bang. So now I knew this guy was kind of a relatively rookie, and I did not want to pay closing costs since I knew that I saw the contract $32,000, but I didn't want to pay the closing in the first place because I know that I was kind of overpaying. And sometimes I do lightly overpay, gangster real estate investors out there. The market's kind of weird, and I really want to buy in this area, and I already had a tenant in it, and I really didn't have to do anything. I just had to sign some docs, and I'm making money. So that's how I rolled with this one. The appraisal came back $67,000. I borrowed $51,500. Wow. Amazing. Well, I'll get into that here in a second. But this is what I learned from this wholesaler. Now, what I learned, number one, is that anyone can do this. There's no barrier of entry. If you are a stay-home mom or a broke dad that is going nowhere, hey, you can raise funds somehow, somewhere. You need to get into real estate. 2, this guy was spending $600 a week in deals. Interesting. I don't know what markets. Obviously, Oklahoma City. He keeps emailing deals to me. They're always never good in pricing because the guy doesn't know the market. People think that, Oklahoma, they know the market. That's cool. He said in his email, I went back and looked at the emails. He said that he has 717 leads. Now, I don't know how long, but he spends $600 a week, and he has his VAs, his virtual assistants, dial 60 people a day. I thought that was interesting. His VA makes 60 calls a day on his 717 leads, and he has about 85 buyers. So I don't know why he would email me this information to show that he was cool, clout, whatever. But I know you grubby little fun friends of wholesalers, you like to hear that data. And I'd like to hear that data. I think it's fascinating. That's the respect I have for wholesalers, right? They're out there paying $600 a week, marketing and negotiating, and there you go. And then check this out. That dude made $6,000, and he's not even in Oklahoma City. Wow. You got to think about that logically. That dude, I never saw the guy. He never was at closing, and they wired his money to him. Now, the fortunate thing, so think about this. Now, I'm the end buyer. I did my inspection relatively quickly, bought the property. Everything's great. Got a built-in tenant in the deal. Everything's fabulous. Now I close, and here gets the real fabulous. This is the third thing that I learned. Now, I got to meet the seller. Bang, bang. And guess what? That seller is a property manager / owner, and they own and manage 600 units. Bang, bang. This is why I love real estate. No, that's not why I love real estate. And so I wish I was dressed a little bit better. I'm trying to lose weight. I had my little workout gear on, little tank top, tattoos blazing. But I had to go back and meet these folks. I signed earlier at 9 a.m., and I went back and met them to get the keys and the deposit and so on and so forth. And I got to chat with them, and I was very clear. I was like, guys, if you have any more houses that you want to sell that are in this arena, this is my bread and butter, this is what I do all day long, let me know. And that was worth it. See, all that stuff, all that process yielded. Now, this is where it gets real juicy. And I'm trying not to be arrogant here. I'm not trying to be, oh, wow, VanCauwenbergh, you got another house. Yeah, cool for you. I get you. I understand, man. I remember when my mentor was like just balling, doing all this stuff. And I was like, wow, that's impossible. No, it is possible. And yes, you can do it. You got to believe that you can do it. If you can't believe that you can't do it, then you can't do it. But I'm going to leave you with this one. I'm going to end this up right here. Check this out. Where in the blank world can you get a deal, no money down? So that house came in at $67,000. I did a little negotiation with this guy. It wasn't exactly where I wanted to be, but I needed another asset because I have a goal. That's first that you do as a successful real estate investor. Write down how many cribs you want or figure out how many cribs you need so you can live and survive or have freedom the way you want to live and have freedom for. Okay, so my goal this year is to tack on another 20 units. However those come about, could be single family, could be multi, I don't know, but I'm focused on single family. But my goal and my agenda is to buy 20. I needed to put on another one, and then I popped the deal at 67. I call the bank. I have other properties to leverage against this property or to use as cross-collateralization or collateral, whatever you want to call it. They said, yes, Mr. VanCauwenbergh, we'll loan you 75% of the value of that appraisal. Well, that appraisal came in at 67, bang, bang. They gave me 75% of that, which is 51.5. And I walked away at closing with $10,000 cash. I don't know where in the world. I should be some info commercial. Matter of fact, I saw an info commercial the other day working out at the gym. I'm back on the gym. I never see TV. I saw TV, saw Than Merrill on there for 30 minutes. I just didn't hear it. I just saw him in his little untucked shirt running around with houses, flashes of money flashing up there, money showing up. I'm like, people believe this? You know, the reality is it's for real. I'm doing it. Day one, I got a HUD. You want to see my HUD? I got it. I can prove it. This isn't some fake show. This is the real deal. Savvy Landlord in this mother, VanCauwenbergh. I'm doing it all day, every day, and you can do it too. So, where in the world can you buy an asset? Not only that this asset, now, I bought it 75% LTV. That's the loan value. I'm making about $200 a month in cash flow. I got $10,000 in my pocket. I can rehab it if I want to. I already have a tenant in there. I may upgrade it. That $10,000 is to upgrade it for heat and air, but the power of borrowing money, I don't pay tax on that borrowed money. I can do whatever I need to do, and I will put that 10 G's to work and buy another property and do the same process over and over again. So, you savvy investors out there, what is my return on investment? What's my ROI or ROT, return on time? What is it? Infinite. That's it. For the rest of my life, that house is going to pay out. And then if you're real savvy, you take that 10 G's and you turn it into 100,000. And then you make that 100,000, you turn that into $1 million. And next thing you know, you're living your dreams and you're doing what you need to do. Anyway, my name is Stephen VanCauwenbergh. Yep, that's me. I've written a few books. Support your homie. If you can't support me by purchasing the book, that's cool, because I know you've been tuning into the episodes, right? And I need a review. If it's not on iTunes or on Amazon, log into Amazon, click on The Savvy Landlord or Google up The Savvy Landlord and do your boy a review. I never ask people. My life is in the middle of a life change. And I'm like, I don't ask for people for help. I serve as many people as possible because that's what you should be doing. You should be serving, mentoring, and helping other people. That's what I strive to do. But I need to ask, and I'm robbing someone else of a blessing. That's right. When I say that right now, someone out there said, oh, what does that mean? Robbing someone of a blessing. Maybe you, Gina, Chuck, Steven, Charles, maybe you want to bless me by writing a review for me. And I'm asking you for that. It would be nice. You don't have to buy my book. At least just write a review.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.